Okay, wonderful. Yeah, I want to make it a bit easier for recipients to get a feeling of myself and to learn about me being a sperm donor. So I decided I just want to make a video, quick video, and describe myself, go into all the frequently asked questions, kind of, you know, make it easier for you to have this video chat type of feeling. So I'm not going to do anything fancy or crazy. Just put up my phone right here on my laptop, open up some frequently asked questions about me as a donor, and I just want to get into them. So yeah, this is me from the front. Hello, I'm Daniel. I am 24 years old. I was born in Durham, North Carolina. I am a donor conceived child myself. My mother was a single mother. She had me when she was in her late 30s via IVF. She went through a bank. I have one full brother and around 30 half siblings. I know most of them, luckily. So my father was a unknown donor until I was 15, and then he kind of came out of the closet and opened up. I moved to Germany when I was 7 years old, and so I have German citizenship, American citizenship, Canadian citizenship, and I'm also open to passing these on to my offspring. I don't plan to be a co-parent, and there's no way I could get forced into paying child support or something like that. I don't have any assets in my name, and my income is in no country where you can force a donor to pay child support. Therefore, there's no income in my name that any woman could get to, and I don't want to be a co-parent. I'm just saying that right now because in case any woman is watching this because she wants to scam a donor, you can choose the next donor. What motivates you to be a sperm donor? I am motivated to be a sperm donor because my father was a sperm donor himself. I love being a donor conceived person. Childhood with a single mom was rough sometimes, but I don't think a rough childhood is a bad childhood. I think a rough childhood that you survive and survive mentally and physically is a good childhood, actually. That's just my personal opinion. Going through a rough childhood. And so therefore, I think that I would love to pass on these genes that I inherited and this kind of story and this extended family that I inherited as well. I would love to pass that on to future offspring and to children in the future, because I think I can do a lot good to the donor society or scene or industry, whatever you want to call the donor field. I think I can do a lot good to it because I have the experience as a donor conceived person, and I would love to pass on this experience. I would love to share this experience with recipients and with children, and I just want to be an open and a public, a real hands-on, true donor. I also, am motivated by the idea that my offspring can have the same amount of half siblings as me, maybe even more so. I don't plan on having a maximum amount of offspring. To me, it's very important that things are working, that the recipients are, happy, that the children are happy. That's the first and most important thing to me. And therefore, I don't plan on stopping being a donor at any point at all. I just want to continue and want to be open to bringing in new half-siblings for the old half-siblings and helping mothers have a second child if they want another child from the same donor. So I'm just going to be a donor for the future. Starting next year, I'm going to do shipping as well after video chat. So I'm going to do a video call, and then I can ship as well. The shipping cost depends on where in the world you are. It's one-day shipping, so it's rather expensive. The kit itself, with like liquid nitrogen or like freezing stuff, and I've tested it, and my sperm has come out viable on the other side. So the shipping works for me, and I'm open to doing shipping as well. The kit is like $150 for my time and the effort I put into doing all the shipping stuff and going to the shipping center and producing the sample. I charge a donation of $50. If you don't want to pay it, just let me know. Can surely be talked about, but I believe that if you want to be a mother, maybe $50 shouldn't make that big of a difference. Because a child is expensive. It doesn't have to be crazy expensive. Some people think a child is crazy expensive, but it's definitely more than $50. It's definitely going to be more than $50. As a job, I'm self-employed. I work with a close circle of investors and buy land properties for them and make sure they get some great deals, and invest their money properly. They're also my friends at the same time. I love building communities and associations, just like I've just built the Sperm Donor Association, which is my attempt, and it's going to be successful, in bringing together high quality and prolific donors, right? So I'm doing that, and that's not where I make my money. I make my money buying land properties and in public contracting. I have a public contracting company in Germany. We do public contracts in public facilities, so basically government contracts. That's where I make my money. And yeah. What are my personal interests and hobbies? I love working out. I love eating healthy. I love self-improving. I love working. Working for me is my biggest hobby, just doing things and getting into stuff and getting better at it. It doesn't necessarily have to mean that I'm making money. It usually means I'm bringing value. I want to bring value. I want to make the world a more valuable place, and I want to bring value to other people's lives, which is also why I'm a sperm donor. And of course, in bringing value or feeling good is something egoistic as well. But I wouldn't describe myself as egoistic, because I'm just a mirror of the universe. I'm just a mirror of all this beauty right here, and therefore would be kind of crazy to think so good about myself, or to think that I am the shit, or I'm egoistic. So I can be a little bit sarcastic about myself sometimes. English is not my first language. You might be able to hear it. German is my first language, actually. I love traveling. I love going to different places, adding experiences to my life, and learning. I love learning, and I love listening to podcasts and to smart people talk and smart people do stuff, and see how they did it, and try to do it myself, attempt to do it myself. I love music that is hyping me up and that's getting me out there and that's pushing me. And that's basically it. It's basically all I love to do. I do enjoy, dating a woman every now and then. But I, my main focus in my life is my own purpose, and I don't center my life so much around one person or one girlfriend or something like that. My life is centered around a bunch of different things. So yeah, that's kind of an idea for my personal interests and hobbies. How would I describe my personality? I am driven. I am motivated. I feel powerful and strong and healthy. I feel healthy mentally, also physically. I feel very empowered, and I feel very I just feel so much love and so much passion, and in general I feel love and passion like crazy. I don't feel so much hate. Every now and then, when someone is a bitch or is mean. The other day, I saw a man yelling at a woman for no real reason. She couldn't park the car because she didn't have the keys, and he was upset that the car was parked a certain way, and he yelled at her. And it's like, dude, she has no keys to the car. So I get mad and angry in situations like those when I feel like someone's treated really unfairly. I can speak up and get a little bit aggravated, I think is the right word. But usually I'm not like that. Do you have any specific values or principles that are important to you? Values or principles? I will go into values and principles on like a donor perspective now. I think it's very important to be a known donor, an open donor, a public donor, a real donor, a true donor. And I know it's not easy. I know there are women out there trying to scam donors, and I've taken precautions to make sure that no government can scam me. I don't have my center of life in a certain place where they can tax me and do stupid stuff that I didn't want to do with my work and my money. So I'm not really worried too much about that whole scam situation, and I'm very open and honest and truthful about myself, and I want to be a public and known donor. I think that's really important. I also believe, I do believe in survival of the healthier and the fitter people. I do believe that things shouldn't be forced in life, and that things should kind of flow, and you should, to a certain degree, let things flow, and if something flows and pushes, you should kind of try and open the gates for it, if that makes sense. That's kind of a principle. And I could talk a lot about it. I could talk about how I think land is incredibly valuable and should be something we as humans should strive to own, and there's so many things I could talk about. But I hope I could give you a little bit of an idea what the values or principles are that I have. Health and wellness. What is your approach to health and wellness? My approach is to be as healthy as possible every day. It's not easy, and I can never be perfect, and I will never be perfect, but I really truthfully try with all the things I know and all the things I learn to be as healthy, as motivated, as powerful, and as strong as I can be. So I work out, I don't drink, I don't smoke, I don't take drugs. Very rarely do I take a psychedelic in like a surrounding where I'm very safe. And I've done a lot of research on that certain substance, but that happens very rarely. I am committed to a healthy lifestyle, and I will live this life and to the fullest and to the healthiest and to the most beautiful that I can. And no one's gonna stop me, right? I can just do it, and I can just live it, and I can just enjoy it even in the tough moments. And I've had some really tough moments with my past businesses and entrepreneurial experiences where it was the worst, and I just had to laugh because I can't be mad at life. I can't be mad at all of this, and I can't be mad at I just can't be mad at life, right? So yeah, my family health history. My family is very healthy. They've gotten very old. My grandfather right now is 94 years old, and he's still working. My other grandfather is, I think, 86, 87, and he's still working as well. Sorry for the background noise, guys. They're cutting the lawn over there, but yeah, my family is healthy, and my family is happy, and I think that a child or a recipient wouldn't have to worry about that at all. That's like the smallest thing to worry about. I couldn't think of anything really to worry about when it comes to me as a donor, and especially not when it comes to health history. Are you open to future contact with donor-conceived children? Yes. I'm open to receiving messages and responding. I'm open to helping if asked for. I'm open to being there if needed. But I don't necessarily have the need to be like, oh, this is my child, I have to have it, it has to be around me all the time, and I want to talk to it, I want to know what's happening. I don't have that. I am relaxed, and if I don't hear of a child and it's living a happy life, and the child knows about its half siblings and about its father, its heritage, and doesn't want to reach out or just wants to live its life, that's fine. Enjoy your life, just be happy, be free, be full of joy, and do whatever you think is true. And if it's not true, you're gonna learn, you're gonna find out. And if it's true, good for you, keep going. So yes, I'm open to future contact. What qualities do you hope to pass on to any future children? I hope I can I can pass on my love for everything. I can pass on my resilience, my curiosity, my kindness, my hardworking attitude as well. I hope I can pass on also a lot of the learnings I've made myself. I've had a business with 90 employees, 16 stores, 2 online shops. I've bought a bunch of lands. I've worked with hundreds and hundreds of people, hundreds and hundreds of employees, and I just started. I'm 24 years old, so I'm gonna keep going. I just started. Some people say it's too good to be true. It's too good to believe, but you can Google my name. You can see what I did and how I started my first company at 19 years old. So yeah, fuck you. It's not too good to be true. It's only too good to be true for you. No, I'm just talking to those that leave negative comments on my Facebook posts. I've never been that much of a Facebook person, but damn, there's a lot of hate on Facebook. That's crazy. I wonder why. I think those that are not hateful, they just don't have the time to comment because they're living a great life. And some of them do comment, and thanks for the nice comments as well. And I think the most beautiful comment is when a woman or a person says, I want your genes. I want my child to have 50% of you. I think that's like, whew, that's there's no better compliment than that. That means, people want me to stay, to be around, want part of me to be in their child. And I'm very thankful for those comments and for that interest. How do you feel about the donor-recipient relationship? I'm very respectful, very open, very honest. I want to help the recipient kind of achieve their dreams, and I want to be there as a helper. More so, I feel like I'm helping than anything else. That's like the main thing. And the help towards the recipient is truly not that what drives me to do it. It's more the help towards the child of the recipient, if that makes sense. But I'm very respectful. I'm also kind of, funny. I don't take things seriously. Artificial insemination can be a little bit awkward, and I can laugh about it. Everything's fine. Life is the way it is, and artificial insemination is the way it is. It's kind of funky dunky. I jerk off into the cup. I give the cup. Here's the cup. Here's my genes. She takes the genes and she inserts them. It's kind of goofy if you think about it. But sex itself is goofy too, and so many things about life is kind of it's like, who invented that? So yeah, how do you approach the logistics of donation? I think I am, if a woman can come to me, and if a woman can pay for my travel, I'm open to traveling sometimes if I can do it. More so, and the easiest is to come to me wherever I am. Ask me where I am, come to me. But what I really am going to prefer starting next year, 2025, is shipping. I've done a bunch of shipping research. I've done a bunch of testing. I have my own microscope, tested my own sperm, looked at it before shipping, looked at it after. It's viable, it's potent, it's fertile. So I'm sorry for the background noise, guys, really. And it works. Therefore, shipping is probably the best, the easiest. You send me the money for the kit, for the donation, for the shipping. I pack it all up at your ovulation date. I send it via one-day shipping to your place, and you artificially inseminate it into yourself. And you inform yourself online before, like, what to do to make the chances high, like the temperature, after it's with this liquid nitrogen. Of course, don't touch the liquid nitrogen, and make sure that the temperature goes up slowly towards body temperature. You can warm it up yourself, or put it in your palms and warm it up like that, or something like that. So yeah, sorry, the background noise is getting really loud. I hope you can hear me well. I just had to do this video because I wanted to get it done for a while. So I didn't choose the right situation. But this is a video call, right? We're on a video chat, but it's just me talking. And I'm going through questions which I'm usually asked. What I ask the recipient for is to be able to provide for a child financially, and it's not a lot. I think a child, a couple $100, you're fine. Financially, depending on the area you live in. Some countries you can have a child probably with $100, $200 a month. In some places you need 500 or 1,000, depend. Provide financially, provide physically, be physically healthy enough to provide for a child, to carry a child, to take care of a child, to some degree protect a child. We don't live in a dangerous world. Not, you know, some places in this world are very dangerous, but most places you don't have to protect your child from a wild creature or something like that. So just be able to provide financially, physically, and emotionally. Emotionally is not me to judge. It's really hard for me to judge emotionally, but understand that you are not just having a baby, and it's not like, oh yeah, a baby, great, a baby. It's a child. It's a fucking human being, right? It's going to grow up, and it's going to get on your nerves, and it's going to be loud, and it's going to do things you don't want, and it's going to continue to do those things you don't want. And it's not easy. It's not an easy job. No one has ever said having a child is easy. Everyone has said it's hard. So remember, you're not just having a baby, you're having a child, you're having a teenager, you're having a young adult, and you then have an adult, right? If you understand that, and you can clearly like see that in your head, and you want it, I think you are emotionally capable of having a child. If you just want a baby, and all you want is a baby, and you really want a baby, and you don't really know why, but you really want a baby, and you're on drugs, or you're mentally totally done, and you don't have any support network, and no one likes you, maybe you should reconsider having a child. I'm just saying that I don't want to hurt any feelings. I don't really care about any feelings, but also I don't want to hurt any feelings. I'm just saying that because I care about the child, right? And that's basically it, right? If you guys are interested, just text me about shipping next year, or I can tell you where I currently am in this world. Maybe come to me. If you are interested in Sperm Donor Association, go to www.spermdonorassociation.com. We're just building the whole thing right now. Cool group of guys, of donors, and I look forward to hearing from you guys. Thank you, and arrivederci from Italy.